is for me. Probably one what I'm doing. Every day in the studio. Every day in the studio. Every day no fully shit. In the streets with the Yeezys on. In the streets with the hoodie up. In the streets gotta get it.
Klay.
No.
Games. Man. Man, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like a little over a month, I guess.
Yeah, since we have filmed just us, no guests.
Yeah.
We're all drink. We don't need no chaser.
If you want to, put it that way.
Yeah.
I prefer my whiskey on the rocks. I think a whiskey on the rocks is great.
Yeah, we don't need any chaser.
Mm-hmm.
We're together, right?
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't like that.
It's okay. Fun fact: whiskey actually chemically changes when you put water/ice with it, and it takes all the harshness of the liquor out, and you can actually taste the whiskey.
I have to try that then.
Sorry, I just
No, I appreciate the knowledge being dropped.
yeah.
Welcome to the Play No Games podcast, and guess what, y'all? It is okay. It is Black History Month. Put your fist in the air. Whoa, he did it. We love black people.
Yes,
Yes, he loves black people. He's gonna marry a black woman.
that would be interesting. Yeah,
Protect all black women, right, Koss?
damn right.
Respect them.
You know what this month also is? Maybe a little more important.
Whoa, we built this country. Come
I'm just clowning.
Isn't there something else this
My birthday.
Quarantine. Happy motherfucking birthday.
Thank you. We're not there quite yet, but I very much appreciate it. By the time this episode comes out, we're either there or past it.
Oh, it'll be
Yeah.
significantly past.
Yeah. So yeah, no, crazy. But yeah, that. Valentine's Day is this month as well.
24?
23.
Yeah, okay, I'm not that horrible. I know you. I keep up.
Yeah. It's crazy to be 23, man. I'm going towards mid-20s now, and I'm like,
What?
don't even start talking to me about 25 or whatever. Like mid-20s.
You can't even rent a fucking car.
I can rent it. It's just gonna be up the ass in terms of fees.
No, I think it'd be 25.
You can still rent under 25, I believe. It's just that they rape you with the fees.
Fact check me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still rent a car under 25.
Well,
Just not worth it.
What are you hoping for 23?
23? I don't know, man. I don't really put, same with like New Year's resolutions. I don't put like a finite goal, like a final goal, or like what I'm shooting for. I don't have a good year. Enjoy it. 22 was cool. 21 was cool.
What do you believe in?
What do I believe in?
Exactly.
I believe in a yin and a yang. That's what, honestly, if it comes down to that, I believe there has to be good with bad. There has to be a balance in everything.
Oh, okay.
I don't build up expectations too big, so I don't like disappoint myself in one way. I still have goals, of course, but I'm not like, my goals aren't like to be the president of the United States, for example. My goals are like to have an income that can take care of a family.
Okay. All right. That was a good answer. I like that. You got a little Jedi in you.
Yeah. Being an immigrant in this country, I had to grow up pretty quick. So yeah, I'd consider myself mature for my age.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I definitely got that when we first met. I was like, yeah, he probably like 47 in the mind.
Maybe.
You do think very, very old, like, which is, it's like a balance where you have like, you're like an old head in the mind, but like, you're like, but I'm in the 21st century.
Yeah, people sometimes call me like a stick in the mud for that, but
Well, at least for me, you show like balance, where it's kind of like you have an old soul, but you don't let that pigeonhole you from like what's going on or anything like that. Where it's kind of like it's almost kind of like, and I feel like I'm like this too, where it's kind of like you have traditional values, but you aren't afraid of nuances or differences.
yeah, Interesting. We're talking solely about myself, but I appreciate it. I would consider myself open-minded.
Yes.
Which I think also comes with maturity, in a way. But I definitely find myself like almost not forcing, but reminding myself like, hey, like have fun. You're still young, which is kind of I bet a lot of people my age don't do that. But like for example, like I don't really like the club, for example. Like it's
What?
like it's cool, but I'm not like, oh man, I can't wait to go to the club. Like oh yeah, I'm just like, well okay, well it's Saturday. What else am I gonna do? I'm 22. I'm 23.
What? You don't get to see you get to see the silhouette and bust it challenge at the club.
Yeah, and that's cool, and like it's I don't know, it's not my scene. I can definitely see myself like after 25. I don't think I'm going to the club anymore.
So I'm gonna have to drag you out.
You're gonna have to drag me out if you want to go. Yeah.
Wow.
If I'm like 25 and like in a relationship, oh yeah, no.
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna be like a Jamal, where I'm at home, I'm chilling. We can do other stuff. We can go roller skating. We can go. We play basketball.
You and Jamal can go roller skating. I'm getting a great.
We can go other stuff. You can come over and we can taste whiskeys. I love to have like a little personal bar.
Why is that front camera not showing us?
It disappears. I think to save battery.
Oh.
It is recording though. But yeah, enough of myself. Enough about myself.
Well, I caught wind of something.
Okay.
It was like in Lord of the Rings, the Twin Towers. They were like, look to dawn on the morning of my coming. And it came. And I want to give a shout out.
Good reference.
I
love Lord of the Rings.
I love Lord of the Rings. One of my favorite quotes. What can man do against such reckless hate?
Oh, you know what my favorite quote is from that movie series?
What?
Mashed potatoes. Boil them, smash them, stick them in a stew.
What is that? Who says that?
Not Bilbo. His friend. Why am I blanking on his name? His friend, Bilbo's little butt buddy.
I know who you're talking about. Like it's
Sam Gamgee.
When before or after they left?
As they're leaving, and he's talking to
Frodo.
No, he's talking to Smeagol. And he's like, "You don't know mashed potatoes? Boil them, smash them, stick them in stew."
He's Smeagol. The only thing he knows is about the ring.
Yeah. Sorry.
Everything is actually making more sense because we're talking about a ring.
Yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't see herself as Smeagol because that's disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, she's not Smeagol. But are all women? And I was like, are all women Smeagol? But I want to give a shout out to a good friend. Even though I met him through your lovely family, but he's a fellow Robert. And
he is a fellow Robert, yeah.
And I gotta applaud Roberts when Roberts do dope stuff. So Julia, sorry to name drop. Maybe
that's okay. My sister, aka.
She's getting married. Meet me at the altar in your wine dress.
Yeah. So I got pretty excited when I saw it. So I put it on my Snapchat story that she got. They got the engagement ring. Fun fact, I got pretty excited. Maybe I shouldn't have put it there. He hasn't proposed yet.
Oh.
And this is where I wanted our first topic to be about. So Julia, first off, my sister, pickiest person in the world. She could buy a gift. And then let's say theoretically she'll buy something for herself. Theoretically, you could buy her the same exact thing and she won't like it because she didn't buy it. Because she's always going to wonder what else there was.
Interesting.
Super picky. Worst person. She returns every Christmas gift I buy her every year.
Good. Oh.
Yeah. So of course she went with him to go ring shopping.
Oh.
They spent 2 months ring shopping.
And
they finally found one that she was like, I guess, yeah, we'll take this. And they ordered it, and she picked it up yesterday and wore it out of the jewelry store. Robert still wants to propose, but the topic I wanted to bring up to start off today was, and it'd be cool if we did like a female poll in part of this, but like, do you want to go as a couple and pick out the ring, or let's say like to you, would you as a man want to go pick out the ring and make it a whole surprise?
This is why we're here to stay. This is that fucking good shit.
Yeah.
This will definitely be in our story. Yes. So, okay, I'm foaming at the mouth. So, me personally, I'm gonna say me personally as a Robert. I'm like that Will Smith. Like,
I knew what your answer was before I even asked you. Yeah.
If I get on my knee, that's me. And we've talked about submitting. Like, it's a good thing to submit to your partner. We got changing up the word. I'm letting you know that I'm giving up all this fucking bullshit, and I'm literally, it's like fucking Full Metal Alchemist equivalent exchange. I'm giving my life for us to build an empire.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So my thing is, I know there's certain things that, you have to, and maybe we were talking about tradition and values, right? And maybe this is just like a traditional value thing. I just want to surprise you. Completely surprise you with me putting in the effort, me putting away parts of my money to like surprise you with this ring, because I feel like if a person just knows it's gonna happen, it takes away a lot of like the allure from like everything. So my thing is, I would want to pop that up on you. Now, once again, and then I'm gonna talk globally. If I was in a situation, I would, once I'm not knowing their relationship, me and your future brother-in-law are two different people, I'll be like, yo, chill, let me do this, because this is for you. Like, because she gonna have the wedding, she gonna have whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Just let me have this moment to let you know how much you mean to me. Like, I'm gonna move mountains, I'm gonna pull continents to make this happen, girl.
Would you say pull?
Move mountains, pull continents.
Oh, continents. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you think I'll say?
Something else.
Condoms?
No.
Okay. Continents, people.
Okay, continents. Thank you.
Reggie Gigas. We're moving things. We're moving things along.
All right.
But that was that. But just, I would also say globally, obviously, because once again, not speaking on their relationship, if I was just talking to them as, a therapist and things like that, certain relationships work differently. Where it's kind of like, maybe that was like their meet in the middle type thing. I will just say, like, the whole ring shopping thing, I wouldn't mind. I can also say this. I wouldn't mind ring shopping if I got a ring, even though the ring I get, it's gonna be nice. So I'm just saying, this is kind of like, unless she didn't like it, then I would just go back out of sheer respect. But she would have to let me propose, do all the other stuff before we did all that. But it's a compromise thing. But I feel like there's more.
Yeah, well, I was like, along with them on this journey, and when I realized is, holy hell, it's hard to buy a ring. It's first off, a lot of jewelers are scumbags, and they like bait and switch you. They're like, oh, you like this diamond? Okay, cool, yeah, and you can order, and they actually give you another one. It's like, yeah, the jeweler industry is very scummy, and also there's so many choices, dude. You can have a square, an oval, a princess. You have like all the different bands, all this stuff. I personally, I think your approach is very sweet. It's very romantic. It's very movie. I think in the real world, marriage is all about compromise, and it's a team sport. So I think I would rather go, with my future wife to the store, be like, all right, pick out whatever you like. I have some say in it. I'm like, hey, I think this one's really cool. And then we get it, and then from there, she won't know when I propose.
Okay. See, I like that. It's more.
That's actually what Andrew Schultz did. Yeah, I remember when he proposed to his girl. He got her I think it was like a $30,000 ring though.
Oh, he got the ring.
He got the ring with her, and I think he waited like a year maybe.
I like that. See, I can do something. I've never even thought about something like that, because at least for me,
that's why like you take her to a couple like night outs, so she like thinks it might happen, and then you don't. Yeah. You go, like, and you give it like 6 months maybe. You go to a couple night outs or like little day vacations, weekend getaways. So she's like kind of expecting it, but then not, like you're teasing it, like the carrot in front of her. And then finally when you do it, then she's like, oh, and then that's when the tears come out.
Okay, see, yeah, I think, yeah, okay. See, I would not be opposed to doing something like that because obviously, you know, you want to get something.
Saves time, money.
But for me, and I'm pretty sure, and once again, I don't, Robert, if he listens, feel like I'm attacking him. But I guess from like an old school perspective, I've always seen that you get their best friends, you get their sister, you get their mom, and then it becomes like a whole family like unifying thing where like how are we all gonna come together for this one person? And I'm pretty sure Robert did all that, and it's kind of like
No.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, all I'm just saying is, for me, if I was proposing to someone and like, let's just say she was like your sister, very particular, because this ring signifies so much, I would definitely ask her mom, grandma, and have them. Obviously, if it doesn't work out that way, I would definitely do it your way, and how they did it. I would definitely move continents to like, all right, I'm gonna spend 10 hours to make sure that I get this right. Like, I know there's a lot of things that you can't mind read with a person, but at least with a ring, I want them to see the blood, sweat, and tears, like, of me, like, all right, best friend, how can we trick her? Because I'm really trying to get her this ring, and she knows everything about me. Yeah. I'm just going to do this. But I really like this conversation.
Yeah. And then now I found there's engagement rings and then wedding bands. So you can have both, which they're going to do. So they dropped fat stacks on the ring, and then they're going to buy another wedding band for the actual like wedding, which is what they're going to exchange on wedding day. So then now, so that's the trend now. You buy an engagement ring and a wedding band. So it's just getting more. So you actually have something to exchange on your wedding day. It's just getting so expensive, dude. I'm not going to say how much they spent. I'm just going to say it's just under 2 carats real diamond.
Oh, they real?
With a platinum band.
Jesus Christ.
Robert makes good money. I'll give him that. He works in software.
Nah, damn.
Yeah. But, and then the wedding band, like she showed me some from Tiffany where they were thinking about going and picking up the band from. Those start around like $6,000 up to like 19.
Julia, you know, if you're listening.
That's why my story said, shout out to my sister for securing the bag.
Shout out, number one, shout out to Julia. I'm very happy for you. Hopefully I might get an invite. Who knows?
Yeah, I hope I do too. I'm joking. No, they're thinking about doing it like a real small, like 30-person thing. Not like she's like, I don't even know what friends to invite, because like she doesn't want too many Romanians there. Because if my parents, like, yeah, because like a Romanian. Okay, so Romanian weddings are definitely a thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of like Mexican weddings, because you dated a Latina, so you know. This, I'm not even making fun of you this time, but you've probably been to like a Mexican wedding.
No,
with her. No. I'm just trying to think like, just international wise, like weddings, especially Romanian, is so big. Like you invite like 500 people you barely know, but if you're invited, it's almost like a ticket, and you have to pay for that ticket. You pay for that ticket with money, wedding gifts, normally around $100 per person. And then the tradition in a Romanian wedding is like, so you invite all these people, you have a big fat party, and then the like money you get from everyone, you use like as a down payment on a house.
There you go.
But it's also like a lot of people you don't really know. A lot of just like kind of like political stuff. I could say like in the Romanian community, like I don't even like this person, but they're coming to my wedding because.
No, not my case.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
No.
If someone comes my way that I do not like, I will make sure to stun on them super hard. We're like, let's just say that they really wanted to meet, let's just say like Klay Thompson. I would make sure Klay Thompson is at my wedding, and Klay Thompson would say Robert Gill is a very great person.
That's funny.
And he'd be like,
would you invite someone you don't like to your wedding?
To stun on them, yes.
Just to stun on them.
Just to stun on them.
Okay.
For like, there would be a spot in the program where Klay Thompson will come out and be like, yeah, Robert, we're the greatest friends. We hang out all the time. Solid guy. Really, Klay? You think I'm a great person? And just to see them back there, it's like, how does this nigga know Klay Thompson? Hey, I'm a great guy.
That's funny. But yeah, so they're thinking of doing more of like an American wedding where it's like small amount of people, maybe at a vineyard, maybe in Bali. That'd be cool. I would not mind going to Indonesia.
Rob, you gonna pay for my ticket? You ballin'.
She said if they do that, you have to buy the ticket for the plane, but they'll have a place to stay.
Damn.
That'd be cool. I would actually I'd like that too.
Podcast in Bali?
Whoa. Yo.
Don't tip me. Don't tip me.
That's why it's good. We're on the go, man.
Bro, like
we literally we got to buy a ticket, fly to London for 24 hours, just record a podcast in London, and then fly back.
I am so with that shit.
When COVID's like,
oh yeah, because I'm going to Chicago pretty soon, and I'm gonna film with Joey.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the pro, because at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna leave Costume's very first episode without me, see how he does. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'll do a show in Chicago, and Joey has like a very large track record, and especially with the stuff he does now, because I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I'd be great to have him
cool.
on.
Yeah, but yeah. So on this ring topic, I guess if you want to make this a clip, like, as females, do you guys want to pick out your ring? You know, go with your future fiance, go pick out the ring, and then he surprises you at some point, or you just walk out of the jeweler with that ring? Or do you want it completely surprised and you let him pick out the ring?
We'll make it a TikTok. I like this.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that.
Make that a little tick. Tuck into the top end.
But yeah.
Hey, take it in the top end.
You brought up Klay Thompson, actually, and that reminds me. Did you see that thing about the beef with no, Roddy Magruder, legend at Kansas State. Yeah, yep, I remember. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that. So this is funny because this is actually kind of a topic that kind of want to talk about, but like the essence and the theory, because I was gonna save it for when I was telling you old boy on, because I was gonna talk between like Shaq and Donovan Mitchell, that whole thing. Yeah, we live in a day and age where, like, I agree. I'm gonna stay on topic. So for people who don't know, Magruder at the end of the game went up and was talking to like a rookie at Golden State. And then Klay was also doing like an interview, and then
they have Klay doing broadcasts for the like Warriors local. He did it last year too while he was injured, and he's injured this year again, so they just brought him back. Mm-hmm. He's like a sideline reporter for like the Warriors, kind of. So
yeah, and fill in, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, he was doing the interview, and then while he's doing the broadcasting, he saw Magruder go over there, tried to check one of his rookies. And then,
I think it was, what's his name? It might not be a rookie, but it might be like, I think it's Jordan Poole maybe, who's like a second or third year. It might be Jordan Poole. It might be a different guy. But yeah, it was like just a young guy on the Warriors.
Somebody. And then pretty much he didn't. I'm paraphrasing what Klay is saying. I think he doesn't know what's going on, or he knows a little bit what's going on. And then the announcer says something, and Klay's like, oh, he's probably mad because he's on his way out the league. Yeah. And I laughed, and then Draymond funny. Green made it go because he was saying stuff about it, but Magruder was saying that something happened between the game and the first quarter, and he wanted to check old boy about it. And then Klay and all the other Warriors were kind of like...
It happened to Wayne Ellington. I don't know what they said to Wayne Ellington. I don't know what happened, but like Magruder was defending Wayne Ellington, and then Wayne Ellington said like what Klay did was really wrong.
All I'm saying is we're definitely saying something that is true. Like, like I get it. He's on his way out the league. Yeah. But it's kind of like, and here's my only thing. It's like, people can't handle a truth. Like, I fucking get it. He fought his way to be in this league. He did all this other stuff. And then it's kind of like, Klay said the truth. He's fighting. He's on his way potentially out the league. Like, it's kind of like, is it irrelevant to say yes because it's not to the topic what they're talking about, but it's not like he's saying something that's not known.
Yeah, so, I think
no. So the ending point on my end, where it's kind of like, if we're sticking to the facts, yes, that was just a random, because the situation is something was said and he held it long enough, because I do remember him saying it was the first quarter, and he held it long enough for like a whole 40-minute span to then check him afterwards. So I commend him for that. But for funny, Klay wins. But yes, but there's something brewing. I feel like.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that like I see it from both perspectives. What Klay said was funny, kind of true. Disrespectful, yeah. This got way too much attention, in my opinion. I think
Thank you.
it got way too much attention. I mean, even I talk about it because I thought it was funny.
I think it's still funny.
It just everyone calls these guys soft and all this, but it's like if this happens in the '90s,
Oh, that's a fight.
it's a fight, or like just in general, like it's like, oh yeah, like this is how it used to be in the '90s. Guys would talk shit about you, and then now like you do it now, and everything's so over publicized. You have like ESPN has like 3 or 4 argument shows between Greeny, First Take, K. What's the one?
Undisputed.
No, that's on Fox, but the one with like Keyshawn and Jay Will, like that terrible fucking show. So it's like they run out of content and they're just creating extra stuff. I thought what Big Baby said was funny.
Glenn?
Yeah, did you see what he said?
Mm-mm.
His was completely just like he did not need to get into this, but he said like talking about like karma's real, talking about people that way is probably why he's been out the last 2 years when he like talking about Klay. Where I was like, damn, like he really
See, and that is that. I think Charlemagne was kind of talking about this on a podcast too as well, where it's kind of like that is not one and the same. Where it's kind of like, what do you think about the kids who that whole like karma equation? Where it's kind of like, so how? I hate to get dark about this, but like, is it karma because a kid is born and they have like terminally ill like cancer? Where it's kind of like the odds of them having something like that, like what happened to Klay is like a health thing. And like you can't pray and wish upon like a health thing. Like you can, like I can mean like if he's like, oh, this is why Klay's numbers dipped because of that. Like because Klay has control over that.
Yeah.
Some of the injuries Klay had didn't have control over that. Like you don't have control. Like if someone did something bad, well, I hope something medically like it's like the Dr. Dre thing where Dr. Dre got like a brain thing.
Oh yeah.
And like people were like, and I definitely want to say this. Is allegedly he did all those things to those women, and it's kind of like, oh well that's why he had the brain or the brain thing. Where I'm kind of like that happens to a lot of different people and at peak health, peak like that. So it's kind of like health things. I'm saying are random things, but Dr. Dre losing on his money. Please pray for all that. Like I'm just saying, but like if allegedly he did all those different things, but it's kind of like health things because that's like so that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so it's kind of hard to say, but
I believe in karma, and I think it comes in many forms.
Interesting.
I believe one way or another karma will get you.
So, here's my thing. What about the people who've done nothing wrong and bad things happen to them? The kids who have cancer, the person that has to lose a limb because of a freak accident, and they pay their bills on time. They do all these different things. Like, until this was said to me, because I was totally on that bandwagon, like, that really changed my mind. Where I'm like, all right, let me remove health or, like, freak stuff from that. Because I know a lot of good people who a lot of bad stuff happens to them, and it makes me think, like, is their karma fucked up? But I definitely believe in karma, but just for other things.
That's what you're saying. But what if, they go through... Sometimes, though, maybe karma isn't necessarily a payback. Maybe it's like, you get unrightfully bad stuff happen to you, but eventually that leads to growth or better things in the future.
But I can firmly say that there's that, like a terminally ill kid will die. Like,
maybe.
But that's, once again, extreme example, and I'm just talking about health. But no. And once again, this is fine. I'm podcasting Robert right now. So that's the only thing about that. Or like if he would have just said like, if Klay's numbers dipped or something like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like we live in an age where people should be able to say what the hell they want. And here's the thing. There's still there's
Are you sure with that though?
wait, watch this.
Okay.
There's still consequences for whatever you do or say.
Yeah.
With people who are like, oh, we have freedom of speech. Yes or no?
But I still get punched in the mouth.
It's just like yeah, it's exactly. We're saying like, not to take it to the oldest debate in the universe. Can I say the N-word? Yeah, you can. You actually can. But there's consequences afterwards.
Yeah.
I may not hold you accountable. He may hold you accountable. Someone else. It's almost kind of like, oh, it's so funny. It's almost so funny to me when racial things happen and they're like, let's just say like some chick who works at like Costco, right? And she gets caught saying like the N-word or something like that. And she's like, I don't care. And then they lose their job. And you're like, oh my God. I'm so sorry. I've never talked like that. I've been possessed by a demon. Yeah. I was like, where is this dragon energy? Yeah. Oh, that's called a consequence. Yeah. So it's kind of like when people just speak greasy and everything like that, and I know I don't say everything perfect. It's just like, even if I'm not trying to offend someone, I still have to own up for consequences and things like that. And it's still up to that person to believe my energy or what I'm saying anyway. So you know. Yeah. So no, we just live in that world. So I've grown. So yeah, I usually be like, oh, you can't say that. Oh, you can say that, but some stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
interesting. Okay, next topic.
Interesting. Whoa, yeah. You gave me that look.
Well, I just feel like we buried this one into the ground a little bit.
Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with you.
My apologies.
You know they like when we do this, right? Guys, just let's be us. All right, I'm going to it. What everyone really came here for. We're going to be talking about GameStop. So, let me tell y'all something. I'm happy.
By the time this comes out, this is going to be so...
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just happy the government has finally stepped in because trading at GameStop has been horrible. You know what? He won't let me have my fun.
You made this joke on Instagram, and I'm like...
And I thought it was...
SMH.
And I was like, that was funny to me. Obviously, stock stuff. I just wanted to make a joke on tape to be like, GameStop. You know what? I don't take pity claps. Anywho, we're getting to our next thing. Hey, GameStop trading in games are a ripoff. All right. Where are we at with time? All right. I'm about to pull this up on my IG real quick. I got to go to my personal. Ew. We were talking about this on Jamal's show, but I think because it's just a great refresher. Maybe a clip we can use, but maybe that's something I passed you. But the talking stage. Mm-hmm. How confusing is the talking stage?
Elaborate a little bit for me.
The dating talking, or like the whole like. How can I say this? The whole timeline of dating. Like, when do you know when you should ask someone out on a date? How long you talk to them? When you let them know? Because we're talking about marriage and stuff like that. What does that mean? But do you see what I have to go through? You see how I filmed all the way through Desi's thing and didn't pull none of this bullshit?
Yeah.
And you see how it just does this random shit?
Yeah.
The universe doesn't want me to be great. I read the instruction. It plays through. I don't know why it's shut down. You can throw it. I'll catch it. But anywho, back to what I was going. So the dating spectrum. When do you know? I'm curious. When do you know it's time to get serious? When you get more serious during the talking stage? Bless us with your knowledge. What do you think?
My knowledge. Really depends on the girl. Some girls, I think it takes a little longer to kind of talk with them and feel it out. Other ones, the chemistry's like that. So I think you get closer to like asking them out and moving on to the next stage.
Okay.
But I think it really depends.
Okay. I found this dope thing, and I think this should be universal. And it's the dating spectrum broke down in four sections. It goes, you go from talking, dating, dating exclusively, and then relationship. So we'll kind of go through these things. So this is how they say what talking is, and we'll see if it's it. Talking, we've exchanged numbers, do things on a friendship level, and maybe even had sex, testing the waters to see if it's a growing interest. Is that a fair definition of talking?
Yeah. I think sex is kind of
Maybe sex.
I'd say that's the one part where it's like but yeah, otherwise yeah.
Okay. I agree as well. Now, this is what they say is dating. This is where things get weird, get interesting. Dating. We are spending time together doing various activities, movies, bowling, concerts, dinners, etc. As friends, as friends with a mutual interest in each other, but we are still allowed to talk to other people.
Interesting. Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, maybe. Again, the last part.
We've talked about this, and we're not gonna beat a dead horse, but I'm all, hey, you gotta have your starting line, you have your roster, especially when you're dating. Yeah. Hey, I used to date and like one person at a time. That shit don't work.
Yeah.
For me, at least. So next, we have dating exclusively. We are we are dating. However, we have cut off all other people we're interested in to focus on us. I butchered that. We are dating. However, we have cut off all other people we're interested in to focus on us getting to know each other even better.
Yeah.
Okay. And last but not least, relationship. We have made a mutual agreement to become a couple. It's just you and me.
Yeah.
I love this, and I want to like incorporate this with like our show more. Where it's kind of like I feel like people get the dating and dating exclusively like mixed up, like so much. Where when you're dating exclusively, where you're like, all right, when you go like besides just friends, like I really like you, and I want to get to know you more. That's when you should be having, are we dating exclusively type of conversation, and be like, I'm cutting out my hoes here and there, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like people date exclusively, but don't say they have backup plans.
Yeah. No, that's fair. No, that's pretty spot on, actually, if I'm really thinking about it. Interesting.
I don't know what's wrong with the can.
I don't know.
That
one's still rolling. Should we just keep going?
Oh, maybe I didn't clear the memory. I definitely cleared the memory card. Let's just move that one to the front. Fuck.
No, we'll just leave it there. Because then it's going to be weird if it changes.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that's doing that.
Yeah. We can just...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. How many more topics do we have after this one?
I had a lot.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
We're at 40 minutes, man.
We're at 40 minutes already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man. I had some cool stuff. I want to talk about quality, man. See, there's my... We're going to keep this in. Here's my gripe. I feel like there's always something to deter momentum. Cameras, where it's kind of like, now I don't know what the fuck is going on with my fucking...
It's just probably a one-time thing. It's not a big deal.
It's a big deal to me because I want everything to be perfect.
I know. This way we have a backup.
Should have brought the third one, but
that's fine.
Yeah, the reason why I kind of wanted to bring this up and like have it as a topic because I feel like when I talk to a lot of people about dating and things like that, like the talking phase, I feel like everyone gets it, but like the dating and dating exclusively gets mixed up a lot, and that's where a lot of feelings get hurt. Yeah,
no, that's exactly what I was gonna say. You are pretty spot on about that.
You want to yawn some more?
No, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I'm a little tired. I apologize.
Okay. He's a working man, guys.
But no, I agree with you. I think where people's emotions get hurt the most is in between that, like just dating and then exclusive dating. Gray area. Yeah,
because I want to have, let's just say this, because I I definitely kind of wanted to this episode kind of like talk about like a high quality, high value man. I definitely want to make sure we talk about that when all of our cameras are working, so we can have a straight shot of just us. But or maybe we might just talk about it with Bella and things like that. But
Yeah.
that's what I want to make sure that we keep referencing whenever we talk to someone, because I bet you 9 times out of 10, if we talk to them and break this down, they are fusing these things where they're like, oh, well, she tells me or she says this, or it's kind of like,
Yeah.
was it confirmed? Did you assume this? Now you're mad at her, vice versa type shit.
A lot of assumptions.
A lot of assumptions. For me, I'm like, I'll try to be very clear. Like, oh, are we fucking or what? And that's it.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know, because you're not going to slander me. I'll tell you that right now. You text me sexually, I'll text you back. That's where it is. But I guess we can end kind of on this.
Okay.
Kind of end on not on this topic, but this last topic we have on this, because we got the side angle broken, so this is fine. Trying to get these YouTube views and things up. So, you recently, Bumble, has made it a thing that. Let me make sure I say this correctly. I want to make sure I'm doing my due diligence. It says Bumble bans body shaming on the app, including language demeaned fatphobic, racist, colorist, homophobic, or transphobic. So pretty much the dating app Bumble has banned body shaming as a part of updates and terms and conditions that they were enforced. The popular app, blah, 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 blah. The popular app, which is known for putting women first, defines body shaming as unsolicited and derogatory comments about someone's appearance, body shape, or health. This includes any language deemed fatphobic, racist, colorist, homophobic, and transphobic, according to Bumble. A team of Bumble moderators will be looking out for any other offenders who post body shaming content, either on their profile or through their app chat function.
Ooh.
This is why this shit is juicy.
Okay.
They will be working to identify any type of negative language that's discouraging particular people to interact with someone's profile. So I'm not going to read the rest of that, but actually, I will read this. Bumble is a free in a heterosexual heterosexual matches, only women can make the first okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were giving an example. So when I fucking found out about this, I was like more hooked in to like they're reading our messages.
Yeah, I'm sure that's in one of like the policies that they make you click like agree when you sign up or sign in.
Yeah, and like that's crazy to me. And
that is crazy that they have access to your chats.
I know, and it kind of makes me think some of the shit I've been saying on my not my most recent Bumble profile. I think I had like 4, on and off, but on and off. I'm actually currently banned from Bumble.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
For being the real life hitch.
No, what did you say?
I said I'm the real life hitch. Either go on a date with me or I'll match you with someone.
And they banned you for that.
They banned me.
That's hilarious.
They banned me for that.
That's hilarious. I actually just deleted Bumble. I got sick of using it.
I like Bumble. No, I like the first initial idea what Bumble had, where like women go first to give women a lot of power.
Good idea in principle.
Yes.
In practice, dog shit.
What happens? What happens when a chick matches you on Bumble?
She waits for you to hit extend on her, then she'll message you to make sure that you're not extending other girls to know that they're number one.
And then what happens? What's their very first message?
Hey. Or hi. That's why anytime a girl actually like sent a witty message, even if I didn't think she was like the, you know, a bomb or like, even though I wasn't like,
Hey, don't be a phobic.
I'm just saying, if she was like a 6, a 5,
Number phobic. Number.
if she sent a good message, I would respond, and then that gave me like, and then that made me be like, oh, if I have this reaction to her, then that's why girls want more from us guys. But you're spot on with that. Well, yeah.
That's exactly what, and like, that's why at first when Bumble banned me, I was like, this is horrible. And then I was thinking about it. Bumble trash.
Dude, it's trash. It's
trash.
It's the worst of Tinder and Hinge.
Yeah. Where it's kind of like, I'm not, once again, I definitely want to say that there's definitely should be a platform for people of, you know, I don't want to lay on marginalized groups, for marginalized groups and things like that for people to match. But I feel like we have to be realistic. And I feel like, like, people won't talk greasy to each other. And like, and the one other reason that I may per se get dragged for about this, where it's kind of like, this is why I also had a problem with them like moving in on different things where like, obviously if someone's being like, if someone matches with someone and it's kind of like, you're fat, you're stupid, you're on top stuff, or saying racist or transphobic type of things, yeah, get them about. But like if someone says like, I want an active woman, you are
yeah, because see,
what's wrong with that?
You could already report individuals.
You can.
So now,
if their
policy doesn't really make sense, because they would already ban people if they would like get reported. So then, what's the point of putting in this policy? Just to like double down?
Pandering.
Yeah,
Pandering.
Probably pandering. All I'm gonna say, man, you know, Bumble sucks. You don't get as many matches as Tinder, and people don't take it serious like Hinge.
Mm-mm.
So there's no benefit to using it. Maybe it's better on the LGBTQ side. I don't know.
I want to ask someone, because I've heard on the female side it's just as bad.
Interesting.
No, like, still, like, well, where it's kind of like, well, that's a lie. Not on Bumble, but on Tinder, because, like, I read an article. A chick was like, oh, it's easier for guys to get matches. And then, like, she made it, like, a fake profile and switched genders. And she was like, this is just, people are doing the same thing, hi, or just saying stupid stuff or creepy shit. And they were like, and she found out it was just as hard for dudes.
Yeah.
To get matches with, you know, females and vice versa. And she said that changed her experience. Mm-hmm. So no, and the reason why I bring this up is because, you know, I've changed my view on like, because the dating app that I finished, like, I'm like, as many times as I wanted it to release it and things like that, I'm really happy I haven't released it. And like the best way to describe my dating app is like, it is a version of like Hinge. Like what could be on there could be a feature on Hinge. But my thing is how people, and like someone said this to me a while ago and I really didn't believe it, where it's kind of like, you could have the best thing, but you're still having the same people on there. Mm-hmm. And like, my thing is when I release this functionality for people, I want people to actually take it seriously and like, find whatever you want and just be authentically you. So, and that's why I like Hinge a lot. And I feel like I'm really going to sell this functionality to like a place like Hinge where I feel like, all right, I definitely think they're going to get the most maximum use out of it. And like people like it, and it's just like, I just wouldn't want to see my baby like ripped apart like that, where it's kind of like, you guys are just trash. And I'm not just speaking about women, I'm just talking about you guys are just trash. Just kind of like, oh man, dating apps or Bumble,
it's a shame. It had so much potential when it started.
Did
fuck them. It's a what have you done for me lately type of world, baby.
Oh man, Cas, you know, we'll see one of these days. We'll see, man. Hopefully, I don't know, but I also just, while we have like a couple minutes left, I want to give a shout out to Future Robert.
Okay. I think Future Robert gets more shout outs than anyone ever. on the show.
Wow. Okay, future Robert and Cas. Well, when this episode comes out, hopefully, pilot show will be will be worked on, and we'll have a new logo. And I mean, not for the show, but I'm gonna do some church announcements. Look here. It's going to be looking a little different. We're going to have some tickety talks. Don't stop till you drop, by the main man over here. And I'm just going to say, when this comes out, we're going to be in a different world.
Hell yeah.
People will be looking at us a little different. They're going to be like, y'all some filmmakers? Okay. You got a little TV pilot. Okay, I see us. You want some credits on there, You want some credits on there? You want some TV credits, Cas?
I'll take it.
I'm running a family that, they got, we in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? We in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He ain't the only one got some Hollywood type of potential.
I'm dead.
Nah. Shout out to our progress and growth when this comes out. And I just want to say, for the record, that I'm proud of us. And God damn it, Cas, am I that boring?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm playing. People who are just listening to some audio, cardio.
Whoa, hey, cardio. Hey,
cardio. People who are just listening to the audio. Cas is a hard-working man.
So I've been yawning all episode. My fault.
No, he's tired. He's tired. And my thing is, I appreciate him for coming out and all that other stuff. But he's a hard-working man. So if you hear that, it's okay. But this has been Play No Games.
Yep.
And that's Boy Wonder.
Yeah, it's been Cas. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Hit subscribe, like, all that. Share.
Share.
Follow.
If you like us, fuck with us.
If you like us, kiss us.
Please ask me for consent, though.
No consent needed.
Wow. If you don't like us,
throw a brick through my window.
Come on, be witty. We're done.
Duh. You probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.